July 19, 2026. MetLife Stadium. The final whistle echoes around the world. Spain are FIFA World Cup champions once again. The headlines celebrate the victory. Fans remember the goals, the celebrations, the trophy. But those who truly understand football know, championships aren't won by goals alone. Behind every attack, every perfectly timed pass, every moment Spain controlled the rhythm of the game, there was one man quietly pulling the strings. Pedri. It's hard to believe that the player who helped bring Spain back to the top of world football was once told he was simply too small to make it. Pedro González Lopez, known to the world as Pedri, was born on November 25, 2002, in Tegueste, on Spain's Canary Islands. Far away from the bright lights of Madrid and Barcelona, football wasn't just a hobby in his family. It was part of their identity. As a child, Pedri carried a football almost everywhere he went. But unlike many young talents, he didn't stand out because of his strength or his speed. He stood out because of his mind. While other kids chased the ball, Pedri already knew where it would go next. His intelligence became his greatest weapon. Because when you can't win with power, you learn to win with vision. Every great story begins with adversity. For Pedri, that moment came when he attended a trial with Real Madrid. The answer was simple: rejected. The reason? He was considered too small, too skinny, not physically ready for elite football. For many young players, that would have been the end of the dream. But for Pedri, it became the beginning. Instead of giving up, he trained harder, stayed quiet, worked every single day, until one club saw something everyone else had missed. Las Palmas didn't see a weak teenager. They saw a football brain far beyond his age. At just 16 years old, Pedri made his professional debut for Las Palmas. He played with unbelievable maturity, calm under pressure, always making the right decision, always thinking 2 steps ahead. Barcelona acted quickly. Before most football fans even knew his name, the club had already secured his signature. Many believed he was simply a player for the future. They were wrong. Almost immediately, Pedri became a regular starter, even while Lionel Messi was still wearing the Barcelona shirt. Former players began comparing his elegance to Andres Iniesta, not because he copied him, but because he possessed that rare ability to make football look effortless. Then came the toughest period of his career. In 2021, Pedri played more than 70 matches. For Barcelona, for Spain, for the Olympic team. It was simply too much. His body began to break down. Muscle injuries, hamstring problems, long recoveries, then another injury, and another. There were moments when people wondered, would Pedri ever become the same player again? But champions are not defined by their best moments. They are defined by how they respond to their worst. Pedri never complained. He never looked for excuses. He rebuilt his body, strengthened his mind, and slowly, the player the world had fallen in love with returned. By the time the 2026 World Cup arrived, Spain had entered a new era. Lamine Yamal dazzled defenders. Nico Williams terrified opponents with his pace. Rodri brought leadership. But in the middle of everything, there was Pedri. He wasn't the fastest player. He wasn't the top scorer. He didn't always make the headlines. Yet every important attack, every moment of control, every spell of possession, started with him. He dictated the tempo, created space, and made football look beautifully simple. That's what separates great midfielders from truly world-class ones. As Spain lifted the World Cup trophy, Pedri had completed one of football's greatest comeback stories. Not through spectacular goals, but through intelligence, consistency, and complete control of the game. Once, he was rejected because he was considered too small. Today, he stands as a World Cup champion. Pedri proved that football isn't always won by the strongest or the fastest. Sometimes, it's won by the smartest player on the pitch. From a boy who was told he wasn't good enough, to the midfielder who helped bring Spain back to the top of world football. This is the story of Pedri. Do you think Pedri is already one of the greatest midfielders of his generation? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more football stories.